Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome into Flashpoint TV. I'm going to jump right out of the gate. I have a question for you on this December 8th, a day that will live in infamy in history. What are you most proud of this year? Let's draw in some empowerment right off the bat, because what I know is your mind could be racing with all the things. There's a lot of change in the air, Mandy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling that?
There's change everywhere. And it's the closer we get to Christmas, the more energy there is, the more people, the more vehicles, but also the more stress.
So let me formally welcome my beautiful co-host, Mandy Robinson, with the rose in December, the red that's in the background. We can see it. But as a listener, you're joining live playback. That's the first question. What are you most proud of this year? Really stop and just think about it. We are always moving so fast. And a lot of times we don't stop to really look at what we've accomplished. And I want to kick this show off with that tone. What are you proud of? And then the other question we're going to throw out there is, what are you most committed to change for next year? So we'll let those marinate. And by the way, if there's an area that you're proud of, I just want you to type it in the chat. You could just type in the area: finances, relationships, health. What area do you feel like you really stepped up and you're proud of it? I want you to type that in the chat right now, and I want to welcome you in.
Yeah, welcome to everybody.
Congratulations here to start things off.
Yes. It's always good to celebrate our wins. And they can be small, medium, large. They can be absolutely anything on any subject. But celebrating ourselves and our achievements, our accomplishments is huge. At this time of the year, we're giving stuff away. We're giving ourselves away. But let's celebrate ourselves. Celebrate
yourself, celebrate your family. And if you say, oh, I don't have anything to celebrate, find something.
Yes.
Please.
There's always something. And if you want to put another spin on it, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? There's always something to be grateful for. Just the fact that we're here, you on the live chat, everybody here. So we're going to kick this show off.
Let's do it. Go for it.
Okay, so let's kick this show off with our usual routine. And here we have the hourglass. This is so weird doing things backwards. It never goes the way I want it to. What does the hourglass represent? Well, everyone that knows the hourglass or has ever timed an egg the old way, this is what we've used the hourglass for. So in the same manner, everything that happens here in the top flask is in the future. It's in the future. This hasn't happened yet. So it's actually an illusion. It's an illusion because it hasn't happened yet. Everything that falls here has come from the future, passed through the middle section and into the bottom, and becomes the past. So even 1 second ago, all the history behind us is in the past. Future, middle, past. What does the middle represent? Well, I love this little tag that's on here. It says inspired productivity. Inspired. In the middle is where the present moment is. This is where life is unfolding, because this is the only moment in time that we ever have. Even my words just a second ago have fallen into the past, but they've come from the future, come from my thinking, passed through the present moment and fallen into the past. So the inspired activity or productivity happens, the unfolding, the magic of life, happens in the present moment. And this is what we focus on, the present moment, because it's all we have. And we have a beautiful reference here to Austin's show, The Power of Pure Presence. It's a beautiful show that happens at 10 o'clock every Sunday morning, Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook, The Power of Pure Presence. And what I love the best about it is the fact that you take it out into nature. Nature is our greatest holistic healer, physician, call it what you like. But when you're in the power of the pure presence of the nature, our natural world, in that present moment, there's so much magic, so much peace, so much calm. It brings you back to grounding and brings all the answers that you need in the peace and calm of God energy. The present moment, it is the most precious moment you will ever have in any moment. Austin.
Thank you for that. And I invite you to pause and breathe right now and just life is a reminder to be in alignment with the present moment. And we can drift in our journeys, on our Flashpoint journey to we crave, we desire, which is valuable, but we also want to learn to live more fully right now.
Right. And always come back to the present moment. This is where a lot of people struggle in life, because they allow the chatter up here and the events and everything getting all het up, and just step back, pause and breathe, take a deep breath and come back to the present moment. And be grateful you're there.
And I think I said on the last show, when you're in your head, you're up here, like everything's up here. The breath is up here. Your life is kind of up here. It's just, the brain is just dictating everything. It's like, boom, stimulus response. And pause that we talk about in this journey, I had a conversation the other day and I said, somebody's going through a tough time. I said, you can breathe yourself through anything.
Yes, you can.
And when you do that, you're activating your entire system. Do you want to operate half? Do you want to operate full? Breath is the gateway to activate your full capacity. And it's so simple, we will miss it. Every doctor throughout history, breathe. And when you
get free from all that noise and chatter, you stay present.
That's it.
And that's what helps you to move forward. I love this mug.
That positions us to go after it.
Yes.
With fervor, excitement, fulfillment in the moment.
Joy.
And to be able to complete any undertaking. And I'm going to stand up for this because I am fired up about this. Get up. There we go. Woo! Complete any undertaking, including getting out of your chair.
Rise and fall. Yeah.
You know, this has been coming through to me, and it's so perfect. The Thomas Edison light bulb. This is a replica from Menlo Park. I went up there, purchased it as a reminder that 10,000 undertakings. We know the story. We say it every week. Thomas Edison, when asked, how does it feel to fail 10,000 times? I did not fail 10,000 times. I successfully created 10,000 ways in which the light bulb could not be created. I want to add something else. One of my favorite books, Think and Grow Rich. He says, 1,000 attempts repeated will complete any undertaking. Think of it. 1,000 attempts repeated will complete any undertaking. But here's what I want to say. What is it that you are willingly, joyfully, happily, expansively willing to do 1,000 times with a smile on your face?
You made me think of a musical instrument like the piano or the violin, the oboe, guitar, whatever it is. And I played quite a few instruments years gone by, and I love to hear an instrument played professionally and beautifully, especially the violin, but I don't like to hear somebody learning to practice on it. But it takes me back to how many times I had to do scales, how many times I had to practice over and over and over again. And that's what life is about. Doesn't matter how many times it takes until you perfect your craft, or you find your passion, or you find your breakthrough and you succeed. Just keep doing it over and over and again, because it's repetition for emphasis. The repetition emphasizes that you're moving ahead and it's going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect thing. This is in the moment. What song could you listen to 1,000 times?
I've just been singing it, Moonshadow.
What song? Type it in the chat. Type in the chat. What song could you listen to 1,000 times?
I bet we've all got many. I know I have.
So if you're live on the playback, let's just grab some music into here. What song would you be willing to listen? Would you willingly listen to 1,000 times?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I love the pause there as well. Makes us think.
Yeah.
You bring that music in afterwards. Okay. So now we're left with jingle bells.
And we got the bells
Bring
here.
yours. Bring yours.
There we go.
Yes. Woo. So these are for special moments in the show. I tried to do that with something else, but it kept falling off. So special moments, aha moments, wow moments, moments that you think, I need to just put that in the chat room and talk about it. Just type bells, and Austin will stick the bells on his ears and dance.
I wish I could put it on my nose, but they won't hold. It'll fall off. But anyway.
I'm surprised. Oh dear.
So welcome to the show. We're through the beginning part. Right? We have a surprise today.
Yeah, lots of surprises. This is the greatest show in the history of the universe. Let's bring it. Woo!
So Mandy, do you want to introduce?
So we're going to be having a co-host join us from time to time, and a most beautiful one at that. She's become a really good friend of mine. She's a great member of Flashpoint, the ACT program, everything to do with Flashpoint and the big breakthrough, and helping and coaching and leading by example and being transparent and vulnerable. She has a long resume. I didn't know she was going to be on here, so I'll just go from memory. She has a very famous dog with Hollywood. She has a production line of natural organic foods for pets. She does all kinds of things. And the one thing I love the most about her right now was her photo shoot in boudoir. So it's celebrating everything that is woman, celebrating without any inhibitions. And I can't wait right now to bring this incredible human being on. Yep. Mama Mo. Bring her
yes,
on.
Mo. Yes. There she is.
Hello. You just had to bring up the boudoir.
Yes, I did. Celebrate. Celebrate. Yes. Yes.
Look, my face, I'm like as red as a tomato right now.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just makes you shine even more.
It's
like red like Christmas.
Christmas season.
Yes, exactly.
So why not?
Yeah. And you've already put it out there on social media. Sabrina did the same last year. So proud of her. So proud of her.
It's such a not to go like sideways or whatever. I encourage women out there, if you ever are feeling like not that feminine side to you, go out there and do boudoir. I'm not that type of person. Usually, normally, I am very shy and very reserved and things like that. And it brought out a side of me, and to look at the pictures of myself in my raw, authentic form was an incredible healing
Empowering.
journey and an empowering journey for me. So like, I just encourage you, like anybody out there that is just kind of borderline, like who wants to see pictures of myself, like in lingerie and stuff, like seriously go out there and
that's
do it.
another show.
It'll change you. Yeah.
Before we go off on a
Christmas
tangent,
lingerie show.
we got Mario in the
Talk
in the
about
green. He's
present
getting all
moments.
heated up, so he's blushing. I
All
can see.
about.
So ladies, please.
Yes,
I do want to give a shout out to Michelle, who's joining us.
Michelle.
She's giving us
Woo!
Michelle, glad you're with us. She loves the holiday bells.
Yes.
So we're glad you're here. And if you're just joining, the question we opened up with, what are you most proud of this year? And I just really want you to type that in. Like, what are you most proud of? Because it's December. It's a time for many things are going to be happening at rapid speed. So while you're here, live playback, just take a moment and look at something that you've overcome, something you've achieved, an area it could be something small too, like something maybe you've been resisting, but you overcame. So I want to keep that theme running throughout the show. So Mama Mo, this is your first time as a guest co-host.
Welcome.
I'm excited.
So what do you think coming on here? Like, you've been on the show many times.
Anything to be a part of this group, this community, what you are creating, Flashpoint, is such an honor. And so just to be here with two of my favorite people, it's just an honor. I love it. It feels great. It's full of energy. The energy
Good
here
energy.
is it's palpitating.
It is, isn't it? I can feel it even through the screens.
Yeah.
It feels good. We got a lot of exciting things, not just for Flashpoint, but I had a phone call with Marlon yesterday.
Oh.
And Marlon said to me, he's like, I'm just amazed at all the growth and all the things that are happening from the community. But I want to put a little asterisk next to this, because what I want to say is your journey is yours.
Yes.
And I said this earlier, avoid comparing yourself with other people. If everybody's on their journey and we want to celebrate how far they've come, right? So if you're cresting the mountaintop, I want to get the bells out, and I want to cheer you. But conversely, if you just made a major breakthrough, like you showed up for something and you've been isolating, I want to get the bells out, because your journey is yours, and this is a big wide thing. It's not like these little isolated things. So please, that's why we're saying, what are you most proud of this year? I really want to highlight that for you. We need to celebrate more. So, Mandy, get the bell. We want to celebrate your journey. There's a lot of stuff happening. And anyway, I'm going to pause and breathe.
Pause and breathe.
And we're going to let the show unfold.
And I also want to say here, there's a lot of people suffering at this time of the year.
Yeah.
A lot of people suffering, and on many, many levels. And there are a lot of tears being shed. And sometimes we can think it's not okay to cry. It's not okay to shed tears. Well, first of all, I want to say, ring those bells, because tears are beautiful. They are healing. And if you've ever tasted your own tears, they are salt water. They are made from the ocean. We are mostly made up of water, and they're made from the ocean. And the ocean is the most beautiful, peaceful, calming, healing place to be on earth. So if you're crying because you're suffering, I want you to feel the power of the ocean. I've got goosebumps from head to toe. I want you to feel the waves crashing over you, allowing you to heal through shedding your tears, and celebrate the fact that you are healing through your tears.
Yes. Yes.
Great setup. So as we move through the show, that's a beautiful message that people need to hear. What we're doing here today, a week from tomorrow, we're going to be launching Flashpoint, which is in my bag. It's the book. I'll get it. Mo has it. There we go. Flashpoint, Manifesting the Moment of Your Big Breakthrough. 1 week from tomorrow, we're going to launch the book. And at about 10 minutes or so, we're going to share the documentary. We have a documentary coming out, which I just heard. We are going to have the first draft today. This production will inspire you. It will, because the stories, you're going to learn about these stories that are so touching. And we also have a spotlight, which Mo and Mandy are in. So we have 2 productions coming in that are going to be amazing. But what I want to do right now, because of time, we have Mario. Mario's been in our ACT program. He's been a friend. He's got the Achievement Dynamic Institutes. He started 30 years ago. And so he's been in the personal growth space for a very long time. He recently partnered with Take Flight Learning, which is all about the DISC profile, but they use a very interesting mode of operation to deliver this educational, well, when I say educational, it's an assessment program. We talk about self-assessment in Flashpoint, and this is one of the tools that is a great tool. Tony Robbins even uses this tool. So if you go to any Tony Robbins event, he has you do the DISC profile, but not the way that Mario does it and his team. It's completely different. But anyway, I just want to highlight Mario. He's got a lot of philanthropic things going on. So Mario, I'm going to bring you on. Hopefully you can handle these women with us today.
Woo,
Talking about
I'm enjoying
photo
it.
shoots and,
It's
feminine
great.
energy is rising.
That's right. The power of women. In fact, here's a fun fact. Okay, that the birds that we do is the DISC assessment, DISC, but instead of using letters, the dominant is the eagle, the interactive is the parrot, the sensitive is the dove, and the calculating is the owl. All right, so those are the 4 layers of DISC. Now now we have these powerful women that we are being blessed with. What's interesting is that was defined in 1927 by a man named William Marston. And William Marston is the one that first identified DISC, and he's never copywritten it so the world can use it. Now, William Marston was a big proponent, a big supporter of women. He was one of the main forces behind the women's movement, and he created Wonder Woman because he believed in the power of women. So the same fella who created this created Wonder Woman, and he also invented the lie detector test. That's why Wonder Woman has a truth lasso.
That is incredible.
So
that
is so good.
And a movie was made about 4 years ago. It's a pretty high-end movie too. It's available on, I think I got it one night on Tubi, but it's called William Marston's Wonder Woman. And it's his life story of creating DISC. And Wonder Woman, when she came out, she was quite an influence, and the story is very interesting, but it's a true story. It's called William Marston's Wonder Woman, and he's the inventor of the DISC profile, and he's also the inventor of so many other things. So anyway, I thought that was a good segue since we're surrounded by these powerful women, and I've always enjoyed.
Beautiful.
Mario, you always have such great insight. I want to ask you, what are you most proud of this year? And then we can get into more of whatever you want to share today. What are you most proud of this year?
Well, I have to say that 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, after 33 years of having Achievement Dynamics Institute, I shut it down and I retreated because I wasn't sure what I was going to do for the rest of my life. I didn't want to continue to run a company, and I took a sabbatical, and I was really and I became depressed because I was afraid I was never going to be able to use my skills or share my knowledge any longer. And this year, I reset my career. This is my second act. Where people are retiring at my age, I actually am starting with a whole new adventure. I figure my dad lived to be 90, so I got a 25-year plan.
I love that, awesome. A 25-year plan.
And I turned my property during the pandemic into a retreat center, which Austin did his show last.
That's right.
Sunday.
Yes.
Mount Royal Summits. So I have the summits now, and I have my new career, and I can bring the birds to school systems, and I can bring it to youth programs. Last week I spoke to it was a big event, and it was full of detectives and counselors in the juvenile detention system because we're bringing the birds to help the kids that are incarcerated understand themselves and their families. So a lot of things are happening. So I'm most proud of the fact that after 3 years of floundering and wondering what I was going to do with my life, that I reset my career and reset my life on a new course. And I'm happy every single moment of every single day doing what I do. And you
can see it, and you can feel it, and you can hear it Just
Thank you,
look
Mandy.
at you. The passion is just oozing from you. It's
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I just want to say I can relate a little bit to that because I've gone into detention centers and taught leadership and communication skills in there. And it is a precious honor to be with inmates and help them to change their lives around. So I just celebrate you for doing this. I've got goosebumps. Congratulations. It's
Thank you.
awesome.
And I've been with Big Brothers since 1977. So I rejoined the board. I have 2 previous littles, and they even put a little page up in Big Brothers about my Big Brother story. So I'll send it over to you, Austin. And then if you want to share it with anyone, if you click on the story, you see a little pictorial of my story because my first little brother is 56. You know, and
I got a couple things to share, but first I just want to go to Mama Mo because I know she met you through the ACT program, and you know, we're on here live now. We're having conversation, but Mama Mo, what do you think about?
No, I was going to say, it just goes to show, like, you can start over at any time.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. At
Amen.
any moment, at any time in your life, you can pivot, you can shift, and you can start over. And that's
that
incredible.
Is in the forward
and
of the book. That is in the forward of the book. That is in the forward of the book. Oh my gosh.
I didn't even mean.
I know they say never leave the camera, but you know what? It's okay. That is absolutely true. And Mario's a living testimony. The other thing about this is, which I put this morning, it's a Wayne Dyer quote. I created it. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change for the better. And what I love about the work what Mario's doing is that assessment with the disc using the birds. It gives you the ability to look at people differently, because once you understand about them more, you change the way you look at them. And when you change the way you look at them, they start to behave in a better way. And I know we've all experienced this, whether we're aware of it or not. And you might, as you're listening to this, you may have a relationship that might be a little stressed because you're looking at somebody the same way. And it makes sense in your head. Well, they keep doing that. They keep doing that. They keep doing it. Why do they keep doing that? But then you start to understand them better. And then you have a different approach. And that's what Mario does through the disc profile.
Yeah. We call it flexing, by the way, because only 25% of the people are your bird. The other 75%, they need to be communicated the way they want to be communicated to. So we call it flexing to the other person's style. Mm-hmm. But thank you, Austin, for all the kind words. I appreciate that. And thank you, ladies, for all the power you bring to the presence.
We love you and we appreciate you. I just found it in the foreword by James McNeil. Everyone's stories serve as a shining example that at any point in your life's journey, personally, professionally, in relationships, your health, your mission, your purpose, your calling, your wealth, at any moment, you can take action and spark your own breakthrough story that leads to your flashpoint. Boom!
That was so on cue. That was so on cue, Mama.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
But I want to bring some more people to the party. But before I do, I'm going to share the trailer for the documentary, which is going to be released 1 week from tomorrow.
I'm going to cry. I'm just warning.
I know.
Well, I got my tissues ready.
This is a great occasion because I'm actually I'm going to have the first draft today. We're going to have the first draft of the documentary today. When I work with Eric, my videographer, I give him as much flexibility as needed because I am more concerned about the outcome of it than the timeline of it.
Yes.
The timeline's important, but
content.
What's more important is what we produce. And you're going to see that. So I'm going to share that. And then we're going to bring.
And you know what? He loves that. And you can see him when he's working. It's his passion and he puts his heart and soul into it. And he delivers for Flashpoint every single time.
Okay.
So celebrate.
We got big surprises after this. I got a really great surprise. Everybody's going to love this. All right. So let me share the video first.
If I disappear, if I just have a Zoom,
you got to disappear, Mario. Mm-hmm. So Mario actually is a magician.
I have something coming in.
Yes, he is.
All right. Well, listen, Mario, I'm glad you popped on.
Mario, the 3 M's, the 3 magicians.
Oh, I love it.
Well, Mario, I'm glad you're on. So you're going to exit out, and then we're going to bring on
as long as I can. But I have somebody trying to reach me on a Zoom. Okay.
All right. We appreciate you being here. Let me grab the video for everybody to share. everybody to see, really. That's the
Yes.
message. Here we go.
My name is Marilyn Morales. I'm here because I want to help people to heal. I want to heal. I want to be different. I want to be more productive. And I think anybody that comes here is going to find that same thing, their breakthrough.
We are back. Let's bring Mama Mo back on. And wow. Yeah, that's even the
always
trailer.
makes us emotional.
It was just such an incredible experience. The energy at that event was just it's something that is undescribable. It was the most raw and authentic experience that I've ever had in my entire life, and it's seeing it and just those little clips bring back that powerful energy that was in that room, and it's overwhelming. It's just incredible.
I'm writing a book on it, my epic journey. It's all going to be in the book.
It is. You definitely had an epic journey.
Epic
journey.
Yeah.
But the takeaway from every single person at that event, the takeaway, it didn't matter who it was, everyone was just giving of themselves 150% and being there and collaborating with each other on a whole other level.
Mm-hmm.
Flashpoint takes us to a whole other level, and every Flashpoint conference gets better and better and better. It just expands out like the ripple effect. It's magnificent. Yes,
it is.
I want to say something real quick. So from somebody who's not used to seeing men be vulnerable, it was probably one of the most transformational experiences of my life, to be in a room full of men who are heart-centered, who were transparent and authentic, that shed tears, that opened up their hearts. Men who from the outside look big and brawny and look like they would be, a hard person to reach on that level. That for me was one of the biggest impacts in my life, to realize that, men too, it's not just us women, because we look at ourselves as women and being vulnerable and be able to be open and but to see men be in that environment and to show up like that was very powerful for me.
That's really good. Well, I want to, just for time wise, thank you. Ring the bell. I want to get our guests on who have time, but I want to invite you, the listener, live playback. If you go to that website, you can get all the details on the Flashpoint book launch and documentary premiere. We're doing both together a week from tomorrow, December 16th, 6:30 is an in-person. And then we have a Zoom we're going to bring in, and we're going to stream part of it live as well. And you can participate in it. If you're looking for a breakthrough, if you're looking at the question we started is, what are you most proud of this year? So I want to keep that question going. But we know you're also, you might be wondering what next year is going to bring. So let's keep it going. Let's bring on our guests. I'm just going to bring both of them on. They were both a part of a Flashpoint, and we have a special surprise. I
wonder if that's got anything to do with it.
Well, maybe. Let me bring on Duchess DJ Love first. She's a sponsor of our show, Power of Pure Presence.
Look at that. Double hands. Woo!
And so
Lovely
DJ,
color on you.
I know you're on a time constraint, but you've been a part of this community. I met you at the Eckhart Tolle event, and you got your Traveltude is coming out, the revision. You're working on that, and you're also part of Flashpoint. So welcome.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. Why don't I ask you right out of the gate, what are you most proud of as the year winds down? What are you most proud of?
Oh, wow. I have so many accomplishments that I didn't even expect to have. Again, I haven't been on social media prior to launching my Gallivanting Like a Royal platform, which started in April of this year. So to have over 1,000 friends and almost 1,000 followers, and then also have another page that has followings too, is just beyond grasping for me. I didn't expect that. I thought if I had 300 by the end of the year that I would be overwhelmed. And writing the book is something that I had planned way down the road when I retired. And the fact that I have this tangible book that is written and published and is selling,
Amazing.
I just say miracles are happening.
Yes, they are.
That's so great.
Yeah, I mean, I've had so much to be grateful for this year, and I just launched my Gallivanting Like a Royal website, which I'm beyond excited about because I'm doing all this by myself. That's the thing I want people to understand. I'm not getting help. I mean, granted, I could ask for help and I could pay for help, but this is something that I want to learn how to do myself. These are skills that I want to have, so later on down the road, I can help people. I can teach people. So I'm proud of myself that I've learned how to do this, and I've done it. And it's working. So I just have much to be grateful for this year.
That's so good.
Oh.
And
I love it.
congratulations.
Yes.
And, you said, I kind of knew that this was going to happen fast for you, but it could happen. It's all in due time. And if you're just here and you're like, I don't have anything done. What am I doing? Well, you're here. Like, that's your start. We're glad you're here. Live or playback. Right? You might be thinking, oh, well, these people seem to have it figured out. I assure you, we don't.
We don't.
We
don't.
We have a message, right? We have a message.
Yes.
And we have some things. We have a community. We have things that can help you on your journey when we lock arms, just like in that video that you saw. So listen, you are here for a reason. DJ, what are you, even though you're not going to physically be, oops.
Where did
You see that?
She's a magician as well.
All right, well, listen, we'll get back to DJ.
Where's your wizard hat, Austin?
I have to go get the hat, but let's bring on, wait, in a moment. Let me just check here. Dr. Andrea, are you ready? Okay, great. We're going to add some more red to this party. Welcome, Dr. Andrea. How are you?
Yes.
Good to see you. You're on mute, right?
Yep, I'm ready. Hi.
So you have something for us right now?
I do. Yay. So if you would be so accustomed to playing the bells, which you're so good at, I have a little song for you all. So
I'm going to let Mandy play the bells because mine are a little
Mandy, play the bells. Okay. Busy business people, busy entrepreneurs, dressed in red carpet style. In the air, there's the power of presence. People laughing, cameras flashing, beaming smile after smile. And for every Flashpoint moment you'll hear ringing bells, hourglass band. It's premiere time in Philly.
In Philly?
Lives are changing. Soon it will be premiere day.
Oh, yes. Woo, 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 woo. Awesome. What a voice.
I was just going to sing Silver Bells, but while I was in the back room, I thought, well, wait, I'll just rewrite all the words.
That is amazing. You just did that now?
Yeah, well, while Mario was talking, within the last 15 minutes.
That is
That's
amazing.
how fast it can happen.
That's how fast it can happen. So books are launching, bells are ringing. Soon it will be premiere day.
That's
right.
right.
From tomorrow, let me bring DJ back on because she had slipped out. Are you ready, DJ? Yeah, let me just, for final, where you were, I forget what we were talking about, but you like disappeared. Oh, what are you most excited about for Flashpoint coming out? You read the book already. We have some revisions.
Oh, I love the book, Austin. And the people proximity section is something I think everybody needs to read, to learn about, and be intentional with who they surround themselves with, because that determines their success. So that is something very important. Also, I love the fact that you were vulnerable, sharing your path along the journey to give us an example of how a breakthrough happens, which just touched my heart. So I'm very proud of it. And I just have to say, sorry when I disappeared, that I just love Wonder Woman.
Yes!
Mario had to leave, but yeah, that's a great. And it's interesting. You're going to be in the documentary because you were at the event. You were there when we created this documentary. And I just want to invite you, if you're on your journey and you're like, please, the mistake that somebody could make is I'm not there yet. I need to get to a certain point before I engage. No, like if you're in earshot, you're hearing this live playback, you found this for a reason. This is for your breakthrough. This is for we call the breakthrough, the flashpoint, the moment, like that flashpoint moment.
Yes.
You know, inspiration usually comes in a flash.
That's right.
And sometimes it's subtle. We don't realize it's happening. And that's the interesting thing about the book. It's like a paradox.
Yeah.
But we want to invite you to join us. I'm going to put the link at the bottom of the page again. We're going to go around. We have some more shares. We have some fun here. And type in the chat if you, hey, Kerry, glad you made it.
Kerry, big hugs, girlfriend.
Type in the chat if you have an area that you overcame, an area that you're proud of. And just type that in the chat. I don't care if it's finances, spiritual. You had something that you look back on, you're like, wow, like you feel good about, that you handled, you showed up, you overcame, you dealt with a tough relationship, you hit a financial goal, you got back into the gym. Maybe you just got back into the gym recently. I want you to type it in. Just type in the area and let's keep it going. All right. The book launch details at that link below. You can find all the details. If you want to be in person with us, there's still some options there. We got a couple days left on the advance tickets. It's an event. Dr. Andrea is going to facilitate. She might bust out in song again. I don't know. We're going to have special guests there. It's going to be amazing. And we want you to use this.
Yes, the bell, DJ.
Does she have a cowbell? Is that a cowbell?
She used
Oh,
that when we ran the show. I was also thinking what you just said a little bit back about those thinking, well, I'm not there yet, or maybe, if not now, when?
Yeah.
2 seconds in front of you might not exist or might cease to exist. Don't die with the music still in you. Don't live with regrets for what you didn't fulfill, which is in here, in the heart of your soul.
And Mandy, I was on your show last night. I was inspired. I had a quote that came through. I typed it in. I put it out there today. Do you remember it? You remember what it is?
Full of the present moment is pregnant with opportunity.
Yeah, when we get into a creative state, we get around other people. It cultivates creativity, and when we cultivate creativity, we impregnate the next second with unlimited opportunities. So
the present moment is pregnant with opportunities, unlimited.
So let's go around here.
I picked up on that. Yeah.
So let me time check. DJ, you have to leave?
No, I'm okay. I would just like to say to the audience that if you're listening and you're thinking about doing something later, don't. I had a download that told me specifically if I didn't do it that particular day, I would never do it. And when something tells you if you don't do it now, you never that resonates. So you need to go ahead and jumpstart your plans and get rolling with it. Doesn't mean you have to go 180 right off the bat. Just start. Take that one step to start.
And I was going to talk. I remember this. I was at the Arizona Biltmore. And if you've never been to this place, it was built in like the 30s. It's amazing, like this place. And I'm sitting outside of the gift store. I think I was maybe signing a book. Yes, because I had connected with the clerk who was interested in the book. And I'm out. So I'm out. I'm like signing the book. I had my first book, and I'm signing it. And I look up, and I see these two young ladies in a towel.
Yep.
And I looked up, and one of them was DJ. She starts coming over to me, and then next thing you know, now she's here, and she's a sponsor of the show, and she's got her own book out.
Sponsor of the show.
You see how like sometimes the hardest, the most challenging thing to do is just show up and get out of our own way. The voice that goes, no, pull back. No, stop. Don't do it. Wait, better time. You're not there yet. Wait till you lose weight. Wait till you get more. The voice never will stop. The voice will never stop telling you to pull back. It will never stop. That's the truth.
And I think we should celebrate. Is it Coleman here?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mandy.
She's meeting new people, stepping out of her shell or stepping out of her comfort zone to be out there more than just her 9-to-5 job. Congratulations, Coleman.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, let's get one more share here. This is
Carrie.
Carrie. I got the statement from someone I met at the YMCA. I'm somewhere in the future and look much better than I look right now.
Cool.
There you go.
So let me go around here and hear from everybody. I want to make sure everybody's got something to share and time-wise. Mama Mo, let me go to you here because, you met DJ at the event.
I did.
And you're smiling from ear to ear.
I am. I'm trying. I'm like a little lost here. Like, what exactly are you asking of me? Just to
just whatever's it's in the moment, right? So what?
Oh, okay. I thought that there was like I thought I missed something.
No.
No.
We're good.
The event was, like I said, absolutely incredible, and being able to meet. Listen, DJ Love, we were like this close, like literally like this close to each other as I was coming from the West Coast to the East Coast and she was going from the East Coast to the West Coast. And we were like literally just missed each other by like an exit or something, by timing, like 5 minutes. Yes. And so this was when we went, when I went to the red carpet event.
Wow.
Yeah, she was on her way to the
amazing.
Grand Canyon, and it was like, woo, we like literally we just missed each other. I was like, where are you? She's like, I'm at this exit. I was like, well, I just passed you. It was pretty awesome. But Duchess DJ Love has an incredible story. She has an incredible, like watching your journey across like the country and your messages is just, it's powerful. And of course, being someone who loves to travel, like I'm obsessed with it because you just give all the tips, the insights and everything. But having you at Flashpoint and your authenticity, you always have a smile on your face. You always bring genuine love. You are just like a bright, shining star everywhere that you go. And your energy is just, it's such a blessing to be around. I just want to tell you, I love you.
Thank you. You warm my heart. You make me cry.
No, this is great. And we want, this is the kind of environment, we want to create for you, the listener as well. And what are you proud of? What have you most, or what resonates when you think about this past year? I want you to honor yourself and what you've overcome this year. And I know you have. And I want to go to Dr. Andrea. She's just added so much into our space with her ability to connect people, to love on people. And it's just been amazing. So she's going to be facilitating next week's event. And I just want to hear from Dr. Andrea right now because she's got so many balls in the air. And so we got Mario. Do you want to join the party? Oh, so Mario, he can't leave.
Yes.
I'm back.
All right.
Yes.
There we go.
Thank you.
So,
Yes.
Dr. Andrea, let me turn it over to you and just hear, what are you most proud of this past year for you? And then let's talk about, you're going to be facilitating Flashpoint and whatever else you're working on.
Sure. It was funny when you asked that and I skirted right past it in my mind and went on to how excited I am about what everybody else is accomplishing. So thank you for always being that ever-present reminder for us to think about ourselves, because I automatically was thinking of what Mama Mo's got cooking this year and Mandy and a DJ. And by the way, DJ, when I wrote that little song, I included the hourglass sand passing specifically. I don't know if you got to hear it because you were off, but I added those lyrics specifically for you since you sponsored the hourglass and was the first person to buy that at the event. I think the thing I'm most proud of this last year is that I made the decision that I'm enough by myself. And so if there are other people in my life, like, friends that need to move on or go in a different direction, to let them go with well wishes, and look forward to what can still be created from that space being open, and allowing them to move on without any without grief or sadness, just being like okay with it. And so that's been what's most important, because I've always spent being a publicist, you really love your clients and you help them and you're with them a really long time and you're totally enmeshed in their lives. And so when they go a different direction or retire, there's always that there used to be a sense of almost like we went through hospice and they died or something, and they didn't die. they just went a different direction, or they retired, or they're doing something else, and to let them go with love, and then opens the space for new people to do great things. So, and Alejandro, hello.
Alejandro.
I always
love
call
Alejandro.
Alejandro.
Alejandro J. Tornado.
Yes.
I
The
heard
man,
this.
the man who proposed to me at Flashpoint.
That's right.
That was amazing.
Uh,
Yeah, and Austin, I'm really looking forward to the 16th, and people being able to shine in that moment. And I'm just really proud of the things that you've accomplished and getting to know you this year. And you're just wonderful people that you bring around you. It's just really great.
I appreciate that. It's people, I'll tell you, I want to get the book in as many hands as possible, but let me tell you, promotion is tiring work. That's why you're good at that. I'm very active on social media, but I got to tell you, like, promoting yourself is not fun. It's not a fun thing to do, but you want to get the message out there, right? You want to inspire people and you want to get it out there, but that's where Dr. Andrea comes in and really helps augment and make connections. Like, I've made some great connections because of you, and I know that that's going to continue. So it's let me see. We have other people in the green room here. Hold on a second. Oh no, we don't. Okay. Oh wait, nope. We don't. I'm just looking at all your faces twice. I get to see you twice. I get to see
Oh, sweet. Magicians, more of us.
Well, I could use 2 of me. That sounds like great.
So we have 8 minutes left. I want to, as we get into like a closing sequence here, I do want to invite everyone to get your ticket, or just do the Zoom register, and apparently it's landscaping season.
Yeah.
What?
Is that where my rose came
From the landscaper. What?
Yeah. But
Leaf removal season.
you can still get your ticket. Actually, I got to share this. This is really funny. But you can still get your ticket, okay? And you just go to that website. There's a free Zoom registration, which means you can do it for free, right? You can go in there, get your ticket or get your Zoom ticket complimentary. But if you want to be with us, you want to experience the entire thing, we're going to have speakers. We may have music. It's going to be, Mario's going to be there. Mario, what are you most excited about?
Well, I'm always excited just to meet the people that come to one of your events. That's number one. It's always great connection, great energy. And I'm excited about just being a part of the next stage of your journey, and being there as you launch your book. And I can't wait to read it. I haven't read it yet. And so I'm excited about getting a copy of the book. And I'm just excited about being a part of the whole event, and I appreciate you inviting me.
Yeah, and I'm excited what you're going to add. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I got something to share here. This is going to be, I'm going to put you all in the green room, and then I'm going to move you back in. I think we'll just add a little humor to the show.
Oh, geez.
So let me do this right now.
What's coming?
You'll know. I just think.
Of course we will.
Here we go. So, Arnold is not going to the Flashpoint book launch. But
isn't that going to be something? If he shows up, you'll eat your words.
That he'll be back.
He assured us that he'll be back. He said he'll be back.
I know how to get him to come back. So I have called and reached out to him before to speak, and it's $300,000 plus a private jet for 4 people.
Okay, so he'll be at Flashpoint.
So if anybody would like to sponsor Arnold Cunning, all we need is $350,000 and we're set.
300, we need $300,000 and a private jet. For 4
No,
people.
I made it more, Austin. You didn't give yourself any margin in there. So it's 350,000.
Oh, 350.
Yeah. So I can at least get you 25 of that.
350,000. Let's get an investor. So we get Arnold in the room.
Yes.
And we can have a lot of fun.
Speak it into existence. You never know.
That's
right.
right.
That's
That's what happens in
Never
my
Here's the
life.
great thing.
Pop
If
up
we
on
get
Zoom.
Arnold,
I have connections, folks.
if we get Arnold, we'll just call Stallone up and be like, hey, Arnold, he's got you covered. He's kind of ahead of you on this.
Mhm.
And, right. There you go. Right.
But I think I have an Arnold answer. Yeah, is that he can be there in spirit. Arnold's first big movie was Conan the Barbarian. That was his
Yeah,
first.
I remember that. Yes.
Okay. And in 1985, I was at Universal Studios in Los Angeles, and I got a when you walked up for a price, they put your face on Arnold's body. So this is Mario the Barbarian.
Oh my gosh. That is
I
awesome.
love it.
All
I
right.
love it.
All right. There he is. There he
Oh,
is.
that is
That's
priceless.
priceless.
That is quite beautiful. I
But I tell
Yes.
people it was when I used to work. I used to work out more than I do now. But
Yeah, and I used to be about 4 or 5 inches taller, right?
yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah, so we got him in
That's
spirit.
amazing.
We got
That's
Mario the
amazing.
Barbarian.
Well, I'm gonna work
Mario
on
the
putting me in
Barbarian.
Wonder
Yeah, that's
Woman's
funny.
outfit then, okay?
All right,
Yeah.
we got 3
Yeah,
minutes.
Wonder
We got 3
DJ
minutes.
Wonder
more
Woman.
things
Yeah.
for Arnold
I have
Schwarzenegger
I
since we're
have the
talking about
costume
him.
for Halloween, so
Mhm.
So I don't know if
Okay.
it'll work, but I'll do it. So if
You
you
sent me from the future to save you. Let's go.
yeah.
Yes, let's go.
he is my
From the
GPS
future to save us in the
sound.
Play it
present
again.
moment.
Play it
Oh, that's
again.
funny.
Let's see if it'll do it. So I have to stop it. So my husband and I own a pinball and video game business. So we have pinball machines for that. So we have the Terminator. So my husband was going to be traveling with me. So I put this in as our GPS sound for him the other day. Because I just did it, it won't do it
All
again.
right, here's what we're going
I
to do.
can't redo it.
We're going to do something completely out of the box right now.
Okay.
Completely out of the box. I'm going to put you in the green room. I'm going to put a QR code up for our audience that's on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV as the final 2 minutes. And then I'm going to bring you back on and we're going to break the rules today. So who likes breaking the rules?
Yes.
We're all
Austin
rule
leads
breakers.
the
All right.
way. Austin leads the way.
Hang in there. All right. So just hang in there. Let me get the QR code. If you are finding this for the first time, you can join us at the Flashpoint book launch and documentary premiere. These stories are deep. It's a deep dive. We're having fun. We're laughing, but I'm telling you, these stories will inspire your journey. And I want to invite you. You can do Zoom, you can do stream, or you want to be here in person. We can do that. Let me get that up right now. Oh, we got to remove. Okay, we are back. So this part concludes the Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku section. And now we're just going to kind of slip into this, I don't know what we're going to call it, but we're going to round out the show. For those of you that are on YouTube and Facebook, we're having fun here today. And I want to throw the question out there again. What are you most proud of this year? Type it in the chat. If you don't want to type it in the chat, get your journal out and just write it down. and make sure you look at that and then use that. What do you want? What are you committed to change for in 2023? It's going to be here. Like we're going to blink. And
I just want to add Flashpoint 4.0 for me. It was meeting all the people that have only been virtual to me for 2 years and being able to hug and really experience the presence of each person. I have never been hugged so much in my life. And there were people there. Some of them are on here right now who wouldn't even let me go. I couldn't believe it. So the experience, the whole experience of Flashpoint 4.0 is just colossal.
It was powerful. Yeah, I'm humbled. Yep.
There definitely is. I encourage you, anybody who's out there that what I'm proud of this year for myself is stepping out of my comfort zone and showing up authentically, no matter what I have been going through in my life, just being raw and transparent and being able to step out of my comfort zone and to allow myself to be vulnerable and to meet everybody that I see live in person and to share that experience was probably, there's no words to explain it. So I just encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. If you feel that stirring, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling like right here in your solar plexus that is like, oh, I should be there. I should do this. I encourage you to be there because there's a reason why that feeling is there for you. It's one thing to see it on Zoom and it's an incredible experience, but to be there in that room with all of these individuals and to feel the energy and the love and the compassion and the hearts, it's something that you can't explain. So I just encourage you, be there, show up and just see what the universe has for you, because it could be your flashpoint moment. It could be that moment that you need. You may need somebody there. You may see a face, hear something that stirs something inside of you that you didn't even know was there. So I just encourage you. I encourage you to just be there.
Yeah, and you followed that. You followed that path. So when you're saying that, that's the threshold you crossed. You just showed up even when you didn't feel like it. So I congratulate you and what's happening with you. So let's just keep going around. DJ.
Well, you mentioned journal. Traveltude is going to have a journal come out. This is hardback.
Okay.
It's in color. And there's going to be plenty of pages to journal and put your reflections in. It can be a travel journal. It can be just a gratitude journal. It can just be someplace to stir some thoughts and get your dreams and aspirations down on paper. And I encourage everyone to come to Austin's Flashpoint 5.0. I will be there, yours truly. You know, and I'm a big fan of Austin since I met him at the Eckhart Tolle event. I'm the sponsor of the Power of Pure Presence show, which is the essence of traveling, by the way. I help Austin with that on Sundays. So I'm just saying, join us.
Yes.
And do you have the hourglass there?
I do, but it's in another room.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Well, thank you. And I'm looking forward. I know you won't be physically here on the 16th, but we'll definitely be looking for you on Zoom. And then Mario is going to be there in person. So I'm excited. And Mario, have you met Dr. Andrea? I don't think you have, right?
No, hi, doctor. No, I haven't met. Will you be there too? Are you coming? Oh, that's great. You can hear me, right? I wanted to share one thing off of Mama Mo. It brought to I disappeared for a minute because I grabbed my spiritual journal, and I've been keeping a spiritual journal since 1980. You know, so everything that significant, I try to keep track of it. But in 1986, this is something that just to bounce off of what Mama Mo was just shared about comfort zone. I was praying with a friend of mine. And at the end of the prayer, she wrote down what she was feeling and a message she was getting. And I want to read that message. It says, "I have called my children to excellence. How else should the children of the Creator live? The cross you bear daily is not the cross of poverty and sickness. Your cross is the pain and anxiety you endure when you step out of your comfort zone to be all I have called you to be."
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh.
I got chills all over, Mario. That's
So
powerful.
Shivering.
1986, he wrote that down.
Yeah, April 1986. I
1980,
didn't write it.
yeah.
She was writing down what she was hearing, you know,
Oh,
and that's what
That's
so I didn't write that.
powerful.
This was a message that she was getting after our prayer, you know,
Wow.
and so I wrote
Wow.
it down and I kept it, you know.
and
Beautiful.
DJ's
Beautiful
got
reflection.
the hourglass that I had to part with.
I honestly didn't think you were. I was like,
Little-
oh man.
I
Little
know when I
closer.
offered that up for sponsorship, he looked at me like, "What?"
I still
like,
haven't
Let
replaced
me
it.
know we can get more, and he's like,
We will have more. We're going to make those available too. They're great. I
Yeah.
love the.
They're beautiful.
color.
The thing about it is the feel
Love the
of
color of the sand in that one as well.
It matches my earrings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mm.
Beautiful. Okay, Mario just shared, and Mario's going to be there physically next week as well. He'll be sharing some things, and then Dr. Andrea, you're the anchor here. The not the anchor. That's not a good term.
Facility.
Yeah, you say things. No, that's not a good term. You are going to bring us home. You're going to bring us to the promised land. There we go.
"All right, that sounds great.
Big weight.
So,
That's better than a dead weight."
He's gonna
Yeah.
No,
but next week you're going to be with us.
too, because the anchor is what holds you still and holds you together. So it's all
Hold you
good.
steady.
But I want to honor you. You're going to be here a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
for the
Wow,
event.
that's soon.
Mm.
I know it's coming up fast, but just final words as we
Oh,
close.
well, did we tell anybody that since he's doing the sales course on Saturday afternoon, we have the morning open, and so I am bringing my green screen and my white background so that I can do some photo shoots, so we can just have some fun creating lifestyle images for people, so they can do fun, cute things that they can make memes and quote memes out of for later. And is Brandy coming? Ciari coming? Mama Mo?
Oh, next weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. I wasn't planning on it. I didn't know
Well,
that was an option. I didn't know what that was.
Well, that sounds.
I
think
will
it
say
sounds like
though,
enough-
we will be this weekend in Ocean City for
Oh, that's right.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. So for those of you who don't know this, I have a very famous dog who is in Quentin Tarantino's newest movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Also in an Amazon horror flick called Run Sweetheart Run, which is actually a female empowerment movie. And she has a third movie coming out in the spring. And we got invited as guests at the Ocean City, Maryland Comic-Con this year. So if you're going to be
Wow.
anywhere near Ocean City this weekend, come see us, come get a autograph, get some kisses. We'll be there.
Yes.
Nice.
That's great. And
Yes.
yeah,
Awesome.
that's great. So, but next week, what did you call those photos? Bordeaux, none of those photos.
Boudoir.
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 Boudoir photographs.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, but
Mama
especially
Mo,
you, Mario.
That would be quite
Follow.
interesting.
Especially you, Mario. No boudoir photos for you.
Yeah.
Definitely not for Austin. Definitely not.
Well, some guy told him he had nice eyes. I'm just saying.
Oh, he's got. Anyway, let's not get into.
Oh, that was.
All right, we're going way over.
We do need to get into the context of that. The gentleman had a really, really thick accent, and it didn't sound like eyes. It came out more like eyes, and he wasn't. He was like, "What?" Like thought he was commenting on something else besides his eyes.
Right.
That's right. Down on what was it? Atlantic City, was it? You were at?
No, I
when that
wasn't in
happened?
Atlanta. It was on my way to where was I going?
He
To
just-
Ocean City.
You were Ocean City. That was it.
You
I
don't- you
knew
don't
you
know
were on the
Jersey.
ocean,
Not-
Has
and
a
that
really
guy thought he
pretty
was saying
color of eye
ARSC.
color.
Yes.
So when you're looking at him, it's easy to people do when they look at you. I notice Austin, they'll just because people look at each other and then they'll like, oh, and look at his eyes. So everybody just is attracted to his eyes because they have a really pretty shade. So
They're the color of my earrings.
they are.
Yes, the color of the. Yeah,
That's right,
exactly.
Austin. Come closer to the screen so we can all see those beautiful eyes.
Because that was sure somebody.
This has been a fun show. I do want to speak to the listener because we understand that people are going through stuff right now.
Yes.
and we have fun here, and we do focus on the breakthrough, but we understand that people are coming in from all different places. Like I said earlier, you might be cresting the mountain and you have a lot to celebrate, but you might be somebody who's going to click and register for the Zoom to be there with us a week from tomorrow. And that's a big deal. Like, it's a big deal for you to show up, and you need to celebrate the moments you show up. And we want to encourage you to do that. And you may not, I don't know who you're going to connect with. You might connect with Mama Mo, Mandy, Mario, Dr. Andrea. I know Duchess won't be there, but we'll have people on Zoom. And I know that I've been doing this long enough to know that the connections that happen supersede all of it.
Yes,
Like, it really does. Like, the book's outstanding. The documentary is going to be outstanding. We have a spotlight series. It's all going to be exceptional. But the one thing that you will get is you will get connections, and some of those connections
lifelong
turn into lifelong bonds and friendships that will change your life forever. And I know Mario knows, he's been doing this for a long time. The relationships that are formed, the heart share, just really powerful. So get your ticket, and it's all about love. There's DJ's love
the
emblem.
love.
So this
love.
has been so Mandy, how good was the show?
It was the greatest show in the history of the universe. Woo! Woo!
So thank you,
just
everyone.
So grateful for everybody being here live and on the Zoom there.
Thank
Beautiful.
you so much. Dr. Andrew, you want to belt out a song, or at least
Sure, I can do a rendition of the song, or what are you saying? Whatever.
Rendition.
A rendition. Thank you. I come up with my own words all the time. So,
there's a word for that as well.
Yeah.
So
and it's not boudoir. It's not.
And before you
boudoir.
go, type in the chat what you're most proud of this year. I don't care if you're getting it live or playback.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. We love you. Thank you for being here.
Love you. God bless.
Ringing bells, hourglass stand. It's premiere time in Philly. Books the launching, lives the changing. Soon it will be premiere day. Busy business people busy on the floor, dressed in red carpet style. In the air, there's the power of presence. People laughing, cameras flashing, beaming smile after smile. And for every Flashpoint moment you'll hear ringing bells, hourglass and it's premiere time in Philly. Books are launching, lives are changing. Soon it will be premiere day.
Outstanding. Love you all. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
More to come.
Bye.
God bless everyone. We'll see you next week.